Hi, I'm Andrew, the North Brunswick Public Library Young Adult and Media Librarian. And so, do you ever feel like there's someone maybe in your family who you never can quite get rid of, and you love them, but they're always around? And maybe it's better that way, but it's also nice to have a break once in a while. Well, you can imagine what it would be like to be one of the conjoined twins in the new book, The Phantom Twin, a graphic novel by Lisa Brown. Lisa Brown is known as an illustrator. She's illustrated books, including books by her husband, Daniel Handler, also known as Lemony Snicket. And this takes a look at the life of two conjoined twins, Isabel and Jane. Now, Jane and Isabel are known among the other people in their traveling carnival as Janus. Now, Janus in Roman mythology is the god of beginnings, and he's often portrayed as having literally two faces. Either one in the front or one in the back. So the idea is that there's two in one. Well, in this story we have the Isabel and Jane, and they have very different personalities in some ways, and one's a lot more impulsive than the other, and one's definitely more cautious. But what happens is one, not only are they connected, but at the shoulder, basically at the side. But what happens after an operation goes wrong, and as it stands, Jane literally becomes a phantom twin, the ghost along with a ghost who's often there alongside Isabel. So this may sound like a scary book. It's not necessarily scary, and it's not even all that creepy. Although sometimes it can be the story itself can be a little creepy. If you look at the artwork, it's pretty. There's a lot of bright colors. All right, you can take a look, and you can see how Lisa Brown illustrated the characters. And there's some passages, like I said, that I think are more creepy than scary. Although I think this part over here might be a little bit scary, but you can see. So anyhow, the idea is that once left alone, now Isabel, although not totally alone since Jane comes back, is sort of looks out where her own place in the world and things like that, because she's part of a traveling carnival freak show. And this book is interesting because Brown obviously did some good research on what that was like, and sort of the cruel ways that people in the so-called freak show were treated. Although some of them might have actually made a healthy living. Right. So if you don't know it's something you don't really see anymore. It's definitely not politically correct, where people would go along and say, "Oh, look, would wear silly costumes, and a lot of times racist costumes. You have a bearded lady, or the enormously fat person, or an enormously strong person. People would come and pay their money just to watch it, and sometimes a lot of what they saw was fake. So a lot of the question is, well, with the book is how much of Isabel's own life will she claim, in a sense? How much independence can she? How much can she do now with her sort of forced independence? So this is a book that is available at North Brunswick Library. You are free. Please, if it sounds like something you'd like to read, please place it on hold. You can do that through our online catalog or by calling the library. And if there's any other books that you'd be interested in discussing, or if you'd like to let me know your own thoughts about this book, please let me know. And happy reading.